Breaking news, my wonderful people. A former Nigerian Minister of Education, Dr. Obiageli Ezekwesili, has said if it was not for the rottenness of the Nigerian judiciary, particularly the Court of Appeal, that Senator Godswill Akpabio would have not been a senator, let alone the country's Senate president. Obi, as she's commonly called, stated this on a post shared on her X account. You see, the former vice president for the World Bank was reacting to the discrepancies in the judgment of the Nigeria's appeal court in the governorship election cases, particularly that of the judgment on Kano State, where the appellate court affirmed the judgment of the petition tribunal sacking Governor Akpabio Yusuf of the New Nigerian People's Party (NNPP). Yes, on Tuesday, the Court of Appeal actually set aside the ruling of the Kano Governorship Election Tribunal, which sacked Governor Akpabio Yusuf and ordered the APC to pay him 1 million naira, according to the certified copy of the ruling obtained. And according to the court's documents, the appeal court set aside the ruling of the election tribunal in the petition of the APC between the governor and the APC. It was also reported on November 17th that the Court of Appeal in Abuja upheld the ruling of the Election Petitions Tribunal sacking Governor Yusuf of Kano State, apparently contradicting the certified true copy of its judgment that had been issued to parties, to lawyers. In another discrepancy, the Court of Appeal sacked the Governor of Plateau State, Caleb Mathwong of the People's Democratic Party in the pre-election matter, and declared the election of Governor Hyacinth Ali of the All Progressive Congress in the same pre-election matter. And reacting to the contradictory appeal court judgment in different cases, the former minister Obi slammed the judges of the Court of Appeal. Yes, according to her, she has really faulted these decisions by the Nigerian judiciary. I mean, to her, Senator Akpabio would, in fact, should never be answering the title of a senator, not to talk more of a Senate president. If not, we are in a very corrupt country. If it's not for the rottenness of the country's judiciary, I mean, if it's not for the state of the nation, the way corruption has taken over everything, then the Court of Appeal that has obviously thrown caution to the wind and allowed itself to be corrupted and captured by, by politicians. Godswill Akpabio is being caught up in the web of hubris, and at some point, Obi had given a warning that we should remind him and his band of destroyers of democracy the wise and the legendary words of Marini Wilson. Empires always have the hubris to think they are indestructible when in fact they are always unsustainable. Meanwhile, all these things were said when some Labour Party senators actually voiced out some certain things to the Senate president. Some Labour Party senators had voiced out how they were being treated, how they were being treated at the Senate, how they were not being given, top major positions, talking about the minority whip in the Senate, the recent appointment that was given to some certain persons in the PDP. The Labour Party senators were crying and lamenting that, oh, they were being left out. But at some point, we've seen how this same group of lawmakers, when they talked about the luxury SUVs, all of them collected these SUVs. Most of them never complained about it. So what Obi Ezekwesili is trying to say is that because of the rottenness of this country, the way it has eaten deep into our system of government, democracy no longer holds water in this country. I mean, anybody talking about democracy in Nigeria is actually plain, because it's obvious we don't practice democracy in this country. Now, the truth must be told in its pure form. The judiciary has made itself a laughing stock in Nigeria and beyond, and it applies to everybody as well. It applies to each and every one of us. But this is eventually the sad truth of the day, whereby corruption has eaten deep into the roots of our Nigeria's democracy. And at some point, we know that it has turned us in this country, Nigeria as a nation, into a laughingstock in the presence of other nations. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this very issue? The ex-minister has lambasted and has also complained of how the judiciary has now become a corrupt body. The judiciary, who is ought to be a body that checks on the executive, a body that stands as the hope for the common man, but it now stands for the highest bidder can take it all. That is what we are seeing in this present administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So, my country people, everywhere just get as it be, with the election tribunal issues, the appeal court giving one judgment, the tribunal court giving another judgment, setting confusion everywhere, that people are left to wonder what is really going on in this country. Aside all these things, well, we have a lot of problems we are facing as a nation. But then, the talks of the judiciary, the talks of INEC, and the elections has weighed us down in several ways. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this very issue? I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comments section. Thank you.